The defensive landscape in Charlotte could have looked drastically different this season had one major move finalized behind closed doors. Keep pounding. A massive what-if scenario has just emerged, leaving fans to wonder just how dominant our secondary might have been with a legendary veteran in the fold. Shout out to the fans in Charlotte and across the Carolinas tuning in today. This isn't just about a missed opportunity, it's about a connection that almost brought an all-pro talent to our roster. Stay locked in as we break down the reality of what almost happened for the Panthers in 2026. At the center of this revelation is the career of former all-pro safety Justin Simmons, who recently pulled back the curtain on his decision to step away from the game. While the Panthers have enjoyed a stellar 2026 offseason, highlighted by the acquisitions of Jalen Phillips and Devin Lloyd, the secondary room could have featured a massive veteran presence. It turns out that Justin Simmons was in deep, ongoing negotiations with the Carolina front office throughout the 2025 season. This wasn't just a passing interest or a scout's recommendation, it was a genuine push to bring the veteran into the fold. The primary catalyst for these talks was the strong professional relationship between Justin Simmons and our defensive coordinator, Ejiro Evero. Having thrived under Evero's scheme during their time together with the Denver Broncos in 2022, where he recorded a career-high 6 interceptions, Simmons viewed Carolina as his primary landing spot if he were to continue his playing career. The familiarity with Ejiro Evero's defensive philosophy would have allowed for an almost seamless transition, potentially turning our secondary into a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Instead of signing elsewhere or chasing a ring with a different contender, the veteran kept our organization at the top of his list, proving that the culture we are building remains a major draw for elite talent. As we analyze the state of our current defensive roster, the knowledge that a player of his caliber was legitimately in discussions with us provides a fascinating glimpse into the team's aggressive approach to bolstering our backfield. The fact that the dialogue remained open for so long signifies that the organization saw a clear path to success with him on the field, and it highlights just how much weight the defensive staff's vision carries when attracting high-profile veterans. When evaluating what Justin Simmons would have added to the Panthers secondary, it becomes clear that his value went far beyond simple stat lines or highlight reel plays. Although he was in the twilight of his career, his ability to read opposing quarterbacks was nearly unmatched in the league. He thrived as a center fielder in zone coverage, utilizing his high football IQ to disrupt passing lanes and anticipate routes before they even fully developed. For our defense, this would have provided a stabilizing force in the back end, acting as a coach on the field who could align teammates and ensure everyone was in the right spot at the right time. Furthermore, his legendary durability would have been a significant asset for a team looking to maintain consistency throughout a grueling 17-game schedule. During his prime, he was a rare constant who rarely missed time, providing the kind of reliability that young defensive backs often struggle to find early in their careers. While we did bring back Nick Scott and added Zakey Wheatley to the mix, having a veteran of that pedigree would have undeniably raised the floor of the entire unit. He offered the perfect blend of experience and situational awareness, traits that pay dividends during high-pressure moments in the fourth quarter. If you are enjoying this deep dive into the hidden history of our roster, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update on your Panthers. His presence would have transformed the secondary into a more complete, battle-tested group, ensuring that even when the pass rush didn't get home, the back end would remain locked down and disciplined. It is easy to see why the front office was so interested, as they clearly prioritized high-level intelligence and composure to complement the explosive new additions we have already secured. The realization that Justin Simmons was in serious talks with the front office raises the critical question of why this truly matters for the future of our franchise. It signifies a shift in how Carolina is perceived by veteran players around the league. We are no longer just a team rebuilding. We are a destination where established stars see a legitimate schematic fit and a chance to succeed under respected coaches like Ejiro Evero. This perception is vital for our championship aspirations, as it indicates that our defensive identity is beginning to command respect across the NFL. While the signing didn't happen, The very existence of these negotiations confirms that the organization is willing to invest heavily in the defensive side of the ball to compete at the highest level. Looking at the wider context, this impacts our divisional standing and our trajectory toward the playoffs. Every piece of elite experience we flirt with or acquire forces other teams in our division to adjust their own game plans against us. For the fans, this represents a new era where we aren't just drafting for potential, but actively scouting for specific veteran solutions to complete the puzzle. The fact that he was in contact with us shows that the coaching staff has a clear blueprint, and they know exactly the type of veteran personality required to execute that vision. By focusing on these high-impact acquisitions, the team is signaling to the rest of the league that we are ready to make a serious push for the postseason. This commitment to defensive excellence is the bedrock of any team looking to make a deep run into January, and seeing our front office in the mix for an all-pro talent like him is proof that we are moving in the right direction. Despite the excitement surrounding what could have been, it is important to contextualize his situation as a potential one-year rental. Justin Simmons was clearly at a point in his career where he was meticulously weighing his options, and even if he had put pen to paper, retirement was always looming on the horizon. He was honest about his process, admitting that while he was in conversations with the Panthers and a handful of other organizations, he was essentially content to be away from the game unless the situation felt perfect. This transparency actually reflects well on our team. It means he only wanted to sign somewhere he truly believed he could win a title. Even if the deal had crossed the finish line in 2025, it is highly likely that this past offseason would have resulted in his eventual retirement regardless. This reveals that the team was likely looking for a short-term boost to bridge the gap while developing younger talent. By keeping those lines of communication open, the organization showed a willingness to be opportunistic, grabbing a high-caliber player if the price and the fit were right, rather than overcommitting long-term. This level of prudence is essential for building a sustainable roster that can compete for the Super Bowl without mortgaging the future. We are currently in a transition where we are balancing the need for immediate veteran stability with the growth of fresh faces in the secondary. The fact that the coaching staff remains so connected to elite players from their past suggests that our scouting network is deep and highly effective. We are operating with a clear sense of purpose, understanding exactly when to push for a big-name veteran and when to trust the development of the depth we have already cultivated in the draft. Ultimately, the story of Justin Simmons and the Panthers is a perfect case study in the modern NFL, where relationships and schematic fit dictate everything. We may have missed out on a legendary safety, but the fact that we were his primary choice speaks volumes about the culture being established in Carolina. We have successfully pivoted to other options, and with the talent we have added in the defensive front and the safety room, the unit is shaping up to be one of the most improved groups in the league. The foundation laid by the defensive staff is strong, and the chemistry between the new faces and the returning veterans is something to keep an eye on as we move closer to the heart of the season. This journey is only just beginning, and the moves made this offseason have set the stage for a very competitive year. We have the pieces in place, the coaching staff is elite, and the ambition is clear for everyone to see. Now, I want to hear from you, the true heartbeat of this team. If we could have had Justin Simmons for just one season, do you think his veteran leadership would have been the final missing piece to push our defense into the top 5 in the league this year? Drop a comment below with your take on how our secondary looks now and whether you think the front office should keep hunting for veteran depth as the season progresses. Your engagement is what keeps this community strong, so let's get the conversation started and keep pounding. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you stay fully updated on every move the Panthers make as we chase glory in 2026.